Morning everybody, how are you today? Liquid sunshine is on, well, it's here. You have to excuse me, my tribble has wilted with the rain. That's for all you Trekkie fans, including me. So, day 19, I'll refer to my notes again, I need to, of my property journey. No surprise here, bought this property 20 years ago. There's a pattern of behaviour here. Long term, I mean, you know yourself, long term, if you hold a property long enough, it will accumulate in value, but it will earn you a good income all the way through the years. So, I mean, you know, it's worth holding property, and I always say don't chop down the tree that bears the fruit, unless it's absolutely necessary. Morning, Joanna. So, this one I bought, 3-bedroom, upper flat. A couple of things I remember about it. I remember my father-in-law decorating the front bedroom, which was a lounge. I changed it in a front bedroom because the back one was a dining room and I could change that to a lounge because it was off the kitchen. So I got a 3-bedroom rather than a 2-bedroom because there was 2 bedrooms upstairs, a lounge and a kitchen, a lounge and a dining room and a kitchen. So I didn't see the point when I wanted, morning Andrea, when I wanted a 3-bedroom, because you get a better rate for a 3-bedroom than you do for a 2-bedroom. So I just converted the lounge into another bedroom, simple as that. But I do remember I'm painting the ceiling, and it's one of the old horsehair ceilings, you know, like mega thick, this thick, plaster. And I remember I'm phoning him up and went, Jim, I've hurt myself. And I went round and the whole ceiling had collapsed right from the middle, about 2 metres by 2 metres across, had collapsed and just missed him, skiffed his shoulder. And it's like, oh my goodness. I mean, these ceilings in the houses, the flats that I've got, I mean, they're 3 metres high. So if that hits you with that much of plaster on it and it's 2 metres by 2 metres, it's going to be sore. So I do remember that story. Nearly killed him. Probably health and safety more than anything. Make sure you do your due diligence before you actually start work. I think that's the most important thing. So father-in-law, yeah, he almost got him, shortened his lifespan, possibly. And one of the other ones, we had, morning Sam, we had damp in the top bedroom, and it was coming from the chimneys. Oh, see, chimneys and skews and all the rest of it, you can get loads and loads of people out to look at it. And this is what I'll talk about some of the roofers. Rogue, I said cowboy, but cowboy, cowgirl. I call it rogue roofers or rogue builders. You have to be politically correct now. Oh dear. What's the world come to? Okay, so yeah, the top had a wee bit of damp coming in from the corner, and I successfully tried to sort it by getting the skews sorted, getting the chimney sealed and everything, and it just wouldn't go away. So another builder came along and said, well, why do you not just take it off and tank it? So in other words, put a waterproof membrane on it and then put a wee false stud partition, a false wall onto it, so it covers it. Great idea, and it's been great ever since. It's never come back because it's hidden behind this tanking and it's all waterproof, so it never comes through. So that's probably top tip for today. Don't try and reinvent the wheel. Just tank the thing and put a wee false wall on it. That cost me hardly anything compared to what other people recommended. So the Rogue Builders classic. Every single time I used to get this with roofers. All these roofs need replaced. You know, they're all nail sick. And it's like, okay, well that's 20 years on and it still no had a problem with it. So how nail sick was that? That's all I could say. So beware of a rogue builder. You know, if you're not very sure about the costs involved, then, you know, by all means give us a shout. We've got people in our books that we use all the time, and they're fantastic. You know, we've tried and tested them over the years and we can trust them. Whereas I used to get people saying, oh, it's got to have the whole roof replaced, it's going to cost you £5,000, and then I would just go and get a second opinion from a roofer I knew, just local, and he would go, well, it's 250 quid. What? How are you saying £5,000 if he's saying 250 quid? And then suddenly they disappear. So they're chancers. There is roofers out there and builders out there, and I can't stand it. I really get annoyed about it. It gets me frustrated. And when I go to see a lot of customers for house sales as well, I usually ask them who did this for you, who did that for you. This is a lesson for the builders and and people out there. I ask who the contractor is, and if I don't think that's value for money, you'll never work with us, because you know, it kind of goes on a blacklist. straight away, because I know what you're doing. You're basically ripping off the consumer and taking advantage of them. It's funny how in St Andrews everybody puts another zero on the end of it, and yet you're probably coming from leaving to do the work, and you know, disproportionate cost. Yeah, okay, that's me on my... I'll get off my soapbox now. So that's probably my lesson I've learned, is be careful of rogue builders and get a second opinion. I really think that's what it comes down to. Derek Christie is watching. Derek Christie's a fantastic builder. He does excellent work and excellent quality. And that's trades for you, Derek Christie, and tiling and everything like that. So Derek's absolutely brilliant. So I could only endorse his work all the time, because I see it on Facebook all the time. And I know the quality of his work, because we've sold a few houses for him. And see, once he starts on the, you know, once he gets the property, and then the end result is whoa, it's like night and day. So Derek, and yeah, definitely get a second opinion. And that's me for today. I think that's the most important thing I've learned out of this property. And I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30. Bye.